Join us as we travel from Orlando to Bradenton to play pickleball at GT Bray Park and then afterwards explore the local area, all in a day's trip.
Not too long ago, but back in the day, when our kids were little, we used to just pack up on a weekend and go do a day trip. We would randomly go left or right and just drive until we found something interesting. Maybe we had an idea, like go find a trail, go somewhere where we can take our dog. But now that the kids are older
and have opinions
of
what they want to do with their day,
we haven't really done any adventuring, and we've gotten more caught up with, during the week, taking them out and doing their things like, it's been jujitsu, friends' houses, stuff like that. And the weekends were still a little bit of that same, but more or less just kicking back and either just being active in the nearby area. But the adventuring kind of stopped, and that was starting to bother me. I miss adventuring. So I says to Amy, why don't we do day trips around Central Florida and do what we love? And I see like a lot of content online about pickleball, and a lot of the content is educational, which is great because that's helped my game out a ton. But like none of it's really lifestyle oriented. So if pickleball is a very major part of your life, if it's the center of what you like to do on a weekly basis, what better place to do things than here in Central Florida, where there are courts around the area, there's the coastal line. What's that?
Everywhere. They're everywhere.
Everywhere. Why don't we go do day trips and go explore courts around? So in the Central Florida Pickleball group, I put it out there and had some really great responses of people who were suggesting different courts to go play. And so that's what this is. We are adventuring. We're going to do it once a month, where we go out and explore a different court once a month and document it, share it with you guys, so that if you live in the Central Florida area and you want to get out and do something, you can do that. But we're going to mix it up too. We're going to go and pick courts that are close to a YMCA. Big shout out to the Dr Phillips YMCA, who's fueling this trip. Go like stretch and shower after we play at a local YMCA in that area. And then we're going to explore the downtown area or the local area, whatever's in that space. So the whole idea is, what does a pickleball lifestyle look like? If you live in the Central Florida area, you have access to 2 different coasts within a couple hours, and that's kind of the rule too. We want to pick different places to go to that are 2 hours or less. And so where we are in Dr. Phillips, Bradenton was 2 hours. And so woke up this morning, packed up our food, our bags, and a change of clothes, and we are going out to explore.
I got nothing to say.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
Can't get what we're seeing right now in Orlando, which is a lot of beautiful water. Okay. You know what I'd like you to talk about is the logo, the new logo that you came up with.
I wanted it to be fun, and I wanted it to be a character. The easy part is, when you choose something in Central Florida, is to immediately go towards an orange or a gator. Those are the two probably the most common things. And I'm like, okay, how do I make it a little bit different? And one of my favorite birds, which I didn't even know existed until we saw it one day on a trail walk when we were adventuring back in the day, is a pink spoonbill.
Gorgeous.
And I thought from a distance, I'm like, is that a pink bird? Is that a flamingo?
As anyone from Detroit would have thought.
And so the closer that we got, I realized that's not a flamingo, so what is it? And the bill on the bird was shaped like a spoon. And so when we found out it was the spoonbill, we thought, oh, that obviously makes sense. When creating the logo, I thought, how fun would it be to play it off of the spoonbill and make the bill a pickleball paddle. All right, GT Bray Park. I'm excited for this. This is the parking area. Wow, this is massive. Bobby, Vera, you're going to love what they've got here.
Oh, they're right here.
I'm excited. $5 gets you pretty much everything in here. You get swimming, you get access, you got a gym here.
Here, let me get this. You can
They
play
have a pool.
basketball. There's a swim meet going on. You're not doing that today.
So, if you have a family and your kids don't play pickleball, but they play basketball, or they want to swim
Look at this playground
or
too.
whatnot, you can do that. Look, that right there. That's the covering for the pickleball courts right there.
Are those also pickleball courts over there? Just not covered?
Yeah, so there you have some non-covered pickleball, and here you have the covered. There's obviously sun over here. Of course, everyone's over here playing in the shaded area.
We arrived at GT Bray around 8:45, which was about 15 minutes before the open play kicked off. When we got there, we were actually surprised, thinking that it was really slow for a beautiful day and on a Saturday. But obviously by 9 o'clock, people started to come in and it started filling up. As we walked around, we learned that some courts were for beginners and intermediate, some were for skilled, and they even had some challenge courts set aside. Luckily, when we got there, we met two people who we ended up playing with, and they gave us the entire lowdown of how everything worked and actually encouraged us to head over to the skilled area because we would have gotten a little bored with the competition where we were. With Amy and I having different playing styles and preferences, we decided to split up and kind of go in the areas that we felt the most comfortable.
I got that.
For as much as I play, I never film a whole game of me playing, so it was interesting to watch this video as I edit it. Like right here, I relax my arms instead of staying in position, and I get caught with an error. However, on the flip side, I now have evidence of this backhanded ATP. In the summertime, I'm usually done by 2 to 2.5 hours, but because of the covered shade, I was able to play for a solid 3.5 hours.
JT Bray Park is pretty awesome.
Holy moly. Yeah.
There's what, 18 covered courts?
Yep.
18 covered?
No, 14 covered, 6
14 covered,
not
6
covered.
not covered. It rained a little bit while we were here.
Wouldn't have known it if I hadn't had to go out and throw something away.
This is definitely a destination.
Yeah,
What's
for sure.
cool is that we saw a guy named Brian from
Hey, Brian.
Winter Garden. He actually
Yeah.
just moved here. And I look over and you see him and it's like, ah, you know, like I didn't expect to see anyone that we knew. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that
But
was cool.
We're now headed over to the Y, do some stretching, and then take a shower.
Thank you. That was so fun. Appreciate it. Thanks.
So just pulled up the Y, 2 minutes to get there.
Woohoo! Well, whoever recommended GT Bray Park, thank you. I know it was several people, so thank you, thank you, thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, so close. We're here. It's a little bit of shade, so we're gonna back in there.
Be that guy.
Checking into the YMCA was super easy. We gave him our name, our ID, and we were good to go. Amy immediately went to the showers, whereas I did a little bit of stretching beforehand. I was really tempted to jump inside this pool, but I was getting pretty hungry. I know Amy was too, so I guess it was time to take a shower.
Woo, refreshed.
It feels good to be showered.
Yes, yes it does.
So one thing that we learned, and I was not aware, is that we have a nationwide membership. I don't know if that just comes with every membership at the Dr. Phillips YMCA or not. I thought maybe it was good for Florida, but it sounds like we need to change the group from Central Florida Pickleball to nationwide pickleball. We can start traveling the courts around the country,
I like the sound
taking
of that.
showers at YMCA's. We'll start a whole like YMCA shower rating system.
There we go.
We are heading now over to a place called Tide Restaurant.
Tide Table. I don't know. Something
Tide
like
Table. So Brian, who we knew from Winter Garden Pickleball, he said this is like one of the best places because it's on the Intracoastal and you can kind of see the islands from there. So we're pretty stoked about it. He said there's like really good seafood there. But I am in the mood for a burger.
Yes. There it is. Tide Tables.
The smell of fish. Love it.
Entrance around back. Babe.
What's that?
Entrance around back.
Okay, so we've got a fan.
We got the boats. I like it.
What did you think of the paddle cue system, and like what made this place different than others, and like did you like it?
I liked it. I felt like they were very respectful. 4 of us were playing together, and we came to put our paddles down, and there was only 1 paddle, and the group wanted to play on, like, oh, we'll take it, and the guy said, now wait a second, there's a paddle there. We need to see if anybody's going to fill in those spots before you guys just go and take the court again. And 3 people came along, threw their paddle in with that guy who had been waiting longer, and they went and took the court. I just feel like they were very respectful instead of like just making a decision to skip over that 1 person.
I like the way that all the courts were opened up, but every court had an entrance of its own where you didn't have to walk through other courts.
That was nice.
So that was really good, but yet you still had an entrance to go another court in case you had a ball that kind of went rogue. That's what we got. It's a good sized burger. I mean, it might be, I don't know if it's not a half a pound.
Definitely bigger than the quarter.
It's like a 3/8 pound.
Okay.
And I got to appreciate any place that asks you, how do you like it cooked? And they actually deliver it.
Yeah.
How you like it cooked? Arriving at Anna Maria Island, wow. As we turned onto the island, you could immediately feel the tropical vibes. At times, it reminded me of Puerto Viejo in Costa Rica, just nicer. Even with all the restoration going on still from the past hurricane, it was still eye-capturing. It really felt like we had gotten away.
That's amazing. The beach.
Big time rookie mistake not bringing our bathing suits. I can't believe
believe we've lived here for 15 years and never been here. This is crazy.
Kicking myself. This water feels so good.
It does.
The beach was like a dream. But since we didn't bring any swimsuits or have any shade or a chair to sit in, we figured it was time to head out. We figured we'd just head over to this bar that we saw on the way there. It was actually kind of unique. It had a big sign that said happy hour 2 to 5 p.m. and it was on the back end of a boat storage unit. We're gonna go check it out.
Especially the disco ball. 5 o'clock, chilling in my sunglasses. Carlos picture drinks, cool as molasses. Nautilus Bar in the Bradenton beach. Stay till the sun goes down. You better call an Uber when the sun goes down. Singing, we'll be moving when the sun goes down. Feeling alright when the sun sinks down. Over the water, harder, everything goes harder when the sun goes down.
And that ends
Fun.
the day.
Our adventure.
Now we need to get back. I showered at the Y,
And I sweat at the Nautilus
but
on the beach.
but this guy needs another shower. It's hot out here, but the people are great here,
Yes.
and it was a really fun day.